Hi, this is IK Tutors, and we're here for a HESI review, and we're doing a fraction problem. Okay, so they're asking us to add these fractions, which is fine. I'm just going to rewrite them in a vertical format so it's easier to explain the process. So we have 1/5 plus 2/3. All right. So I've outlined the process. It's only a two-step process, which is great for fractions when we're adding and subtracting, right? So step one says we must have the same denominator. So how do we accomplish this? Well, we're going to use equivalent fractions, right? And we're going to use the LCD. Okay, so we're going to use those two to accomplish it. First thing we need to do is figure out what the LCD is. So LCD is the lowest common denominator, right? So it's the lowest common denominator, lowest common number that both denominators, here you have 5 and 3, divide into evenly, right? So this one, if you can't think of a number that both of them go into evenly, you can multiply the denominators by each other, right? So we multiply 5 times 3, we get 15, right? If they're really big and cumbersome, there's another way to do it. I'll discuss that later if you would like to know that. All right, so now we have a common denominator. Now we're going to use the common denominator, right? And we're going to write each fraction as an equivalent fraction using that common denominator. So how do we do that? Well, it turns out it's very simple to make an equivalent fraction. All you have to do is multiply the top and bottom of the fraction, the original fraction, by the same number, right? And since we already know we want a 15 on the bottom, that'll help us get our number. So 5 times what gives us 15? 5 times 3. So we multiply 3 times 5, we get 15. And now we want an equivalent fraction, so we just multiply the top by the same number. 3 times 1 is 3. Now we do the same process on the other side. We know we want to end up with 15 as denominator. So 3 times what gives us 15? 3 times 5. And now we want an equivalent fraction. So we simply multiply the top by the same number, 2 times 5, and that gives us 10. Now we have equivalent fractions we can add, and they have the same denominator. So second step says keep the denominator in the answer, right? So whatever denominator we have in the fractions, we're going to keep that in our answer. It's going to be 15, and then perform the operation on the numerators. Why did I say perform operation? Because this rules for both addition and subtraction. So if it's addition here, like it is now, we're going to add. If it was subtraction, we would have subtracted. But we have addition, so we're going to add. So 3 plus 10 is going to give us 13, and this is our answer. So guys, I hope that helped. If it did, please remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.